My name is Jim Stark, and I'm 80 years old. I grew up in Esvan, Saskatchewan on a farm, and my folks were farmers. And we were poor at that time because it was in the dirty 30s and everybody was suffering, but we were never hungry. They always had something on the table. I had an uncle that was in D-Day, and he said most of the soldiers died from drowning when they hit the beach. One of the soldier that was the enemy to the United States was wounded and he was dying, and Uncle Frank stopped and talked to him, and he said, "You can't help me, so I got this ring, I'd like you to have it." And Uncle Frank lived to be about 98 or something like that, 99, and that ring never come off his finger. I didn't go to high school or nothing. I passed into grade 8, and we didn't have too much money to go to school and stuff like that. So I started working when I was about 15 years old, and I worked for this Graham's Construction. Marion, I met, was building an apartment building, and we had the bottom floors done, and they started renting them out, and Marion got one, and that's where I got to know her. And then we started going out for suppers and stuff, and then we finally decided maybe we'd get married. We took the plane when we got married and went to Barbados for a couple of weeks, and that was quite interesting. We went on this cruise ship, and as we were there, they had this free liquor, was rum, and we had quite a few of them, I guess. And the hotel where we stayed at, they had a big swimming pool. So I happened to jump in the far end. I remembered after I jumped in, I don't know how to swim. Oh, brilliant. All of a sudden, this other guy realized I was drowning. He come over and he said, "Stand up." And I stood up, and I was in about 6 inches of water. We bought a house, and then we were going to build a new house, and Marion put our house up for sale. And as she was on the phone, I sort of stuck up behind her, and she gave me a push, and I went through the wall, and she said to me, "You fix it because I'm going to sell it today." I worked for Graham's Construction for 50 years, and then I was 65, so I retired, and we used to enjoy to go up north and fishing, and so it was tremendous. I moved to Meadowlands, and once I got here, I met a bunch of friends, and I met this one person. His name was Larry. He sort of took a liking to me. He thought I was his next of kin or something because he was always with me in the house, push him around in a wheelchair, and we'd talk together and just have a great time. Up to the hospital to see him, and he weighed about, I would say roughly about 60 pounds. He was just the nicest person you ever seen. He knew he was dying from cancer, and he went to the hospital. I went up to visit him that day, and I listened with him for about an hour or so, and he fell asleep, and so I left, and the next morning I heard they had passed away. He had painted a picture, and the lady said, "Look after the place, give it to me," and I got it hang up just above his picture in my room. He is jolly, and he was a really nice person to me.